We're recording.
Good morning from very early in the morning.
If you can hear that in Pat's voice, that's like because, oh, well, you know what? It's 7:08 now.
Actually not early.
It's not that early. Usually we definitely would be up, but it's because,
It's early for
well,
recording.
you slept in.
Well,
You slept in.
slept through my alarm.
But I've been up since 4 a.m.
Yeah.
because I was watching the race. I couldn't stay up last night and watch it.
I did stay up, which is probably why I slept in.
Yeah.
I was like, cool, I can maybe clock 5 hours sleep. It's fine.
Yeah.
We're here.
But it was Pat's request that we record at 6:30 this morning. So if anyone's to blame, it is her on that one.
Yes.
But then I got up early and I was just telling you, I made a massive boo-boo because I got up early to watch the race and it was super early and I'm just sitting there on the couch. I'm like, barely keeping one eye open. And I realized, I was like 45 minutes in, I'm like, why is Daniel Ricciardo racing?
He's come back.
I just spent 45 minutes watching the 2024 Hungary Grand Prix, which, oh, there's my alarm going. Which, by the way, absolutely stupid that KO was advertising that first to watch because I just saw like Hungary Grand Prix race and I just
Sometimes
clicked
the KO
that.
app glitches, I think. Shout out to KO to get their shit
But
right.
I was so pissed off. And I don't know if you've ever tried to fast forward on KO. It
it's a
takes
pain.
forever.
Unless you drag, like if I do it on my phone, unless I drag and then it's like you're trying to get to the second,
Yeah.
you can't. It takes so
Nah, it's so stupid. So that was fucking annoying. Yeah.
It is annoying. I'm sorry to hear that.
Anyway, so I did end up watching the race. Very, very fast forward. I was like constantly fast forwarding. I was like, oh my God, get to this, get to this.
I mean, we'll get into the race, but like not that much. I mean, it was like interesting strategy wise. I was just, yeah, we'll get into that.
All right. What are we starting with today?
Let's start with some news. I mean, obviously we did sort of speak about this on our socials, but Mr. Max Verstappen came out at the beginning of Hungary weekend and decided to chat about putting the rumours to bed.
Yeah, he confirmed that, no, he is staying with Red Bull in 2026. Look, my take on this is that something went down with the contract.
Agreed.
They couldn't come to agreement on terms and he decided it was easier to stay with Red Bull.
Agreed. Because the fact is,
I mean, Toto would also shut this down the week before, but no one believed Toto. Everyone was like,
No, but yeah, I don't believe team principles at all because we literally saw that exact same thing with Lewis Hamilton. And also Toto didn't know about Lewis Hamilton, but that's a whole other story. But yeah, I mean, as a team principal, that's kind of your job. And Max Verstappen is the kind of person that probably would come out and say that. So the fact that he sat and waited speaks volumes. But I also thought it was interesting as well, which I can't remember if I said this last week in our recording, but on the coverage of Spa, I remember Martin Brundle and Naomi Sheaf were like really quick to shut down the rumours and were like, no, he's not moving there, And then that made me second guess my very strong opinions of like, they're in Sardinia and blah, blah, blah.
Well, we also didn't discuss this about last week at the Spa Grand Prix when Martin was trying to speak with Jos Verstappen.
Oh.
Yes. I had this in my notes to mention it. I completely glossed over it. But pretty much Martin spoke to Jos, like attacked him on the grid and didn't attack him. Just like, was like, you know what Martin's like on his grid walks.
What is it?
He just pops up. Hello.
Very much in his space.
Yes. And he was asking
Invaded his
Jos, and
space.
Jos was like, I'm not allowed to say anything. I'm not to say anything, but we are happy, or something along those lines. It was like further confirmation that Max was staying at Red Bull, but you know, each to their own.
Each to their own. Anyway, I still think it could happen. There could be a possibility, but I also think that
I think the room is shut down.
yeah, I know. But I
As
think
much as I wanted it to happen, because I also wanted some drama of like, where is George going to go?
Yeah.
I think he needs to be like, you know, I think he needs to be taken off a pedestal.
Yeah.
And that was his option. That was his opportunity for the team to be like, you're not as good as you think you are.
Yeah. Oh well, this weekend proved differently, but
Did it? Was it him? Was it him?
Yeah. I was thinking though, I'm like, at least if they shut it down during summer break, it would have given us some more exciting things going on in summer break.
Oh, there's nothing going to happen
I don't
in
think
summer break.
anything. The only thing that
No,
will happen
look.
is Alpine.
Or Aston Martin. I reckon something interesting will happen with
true.
Aston Martin. Though Aston Martin performed this weekend.
They did,
Best
finally.
result since 2023,
Ugh.
Brazil, I believe. I think they get P5 and P7.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's Adrian Newey magic, just like sprinkling it on, being like,
Well,
we're finally winning.
I will tell you at the end of the quali coverage, because Lance Stroll, I can't remember where he qualified, but I know Alonso qualified 4th. Oh God, he's such a dumbass. Sorry, that was really intense, but he
That really wasn't that intense.
Yeah, true. But he is. They sat him. He was sitting with like Natalie Pickett. Who was that other W Series? Jamie Chadwick, and I can't remember who else was interviewing, but they were interviewing Lance Stroll. Like, Lance, like, how did you go? How did you go? He couldn't say anything. He was like, yeah, I think it was good. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Look, he strikes me as the person that isn't into his like strategy and the technique and all of that.
He sounded like a dumbass.
Yeah,
like nothing going on in that brain. So what did you do? Like, I was thinking you would put any other driver in that position, and they would be like, well, the strategy, like this. Oh yeah, the team, we've been working really hard back at HQ. We've done this. Like, he couldn't say a thing.
Yeah,
he couldn't say a thing.
Really,
it's your job, bro.
It really doesn't surprise me.
Ugh.
Like, makes you angry.
I was like, why are they interviewing him? And like, come on, Lance. It's like, it's because they feel sorry for him?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Well, no one's feeling sorry for Ferrari knowing that they've got Fred Vasseur back in, reconfirmed that he is staying with the team.
He is staying. Very happy about this one.
Yeah, I bet you are. I mean, a few people messaged saying, Pat, how do you feel?
Yeah, how do you feel? It's like, I need to know before the podcast. I am very happy about this. I mean, there might be some mixed opinions. I don't know about you.
Well,
obviously he hasn't, it's not like he's done a whole heap for the team, but last year they did pretty well under Fred Vasseur. And yes, clearly there's some issues going on this year, but at the same time, I think he's like a really good piece of glue for the team.
Is the issue Lewis Hamilton or Ferrari?
Oh, I mean, look, Ferrari.
Or Charles Leclerc.
No, I think Ferrari is always just an issue in itself. They are the problem.
Yeah.
And Lewis. Let's get into that after. But look, on the topic of Fred, I'm very happy that he's staying. It's great to see that his contract has been extended. I don't think they need any shake-ups or changes in there. Like, they're good. And yeah, I think it's great that Fred's there.
And Social Corner. What's been happening in Patty's Social Corner this weekend?
In my Social Corner. So I saw a really cute dinner this weekend. Natalie Pinkin, she posted, she's like, it's happened again, like the annual girls' dinner. So they do like a big girls' dinner of like all the females in F1 that were there that weekend. So like Naomi Sheaf was there and like Jamie Chadwick and then all the Sky News presenters, and they were just, it was really nice, like candid moments of the gals, which we love to see.
I don't want to be part of that dinner.
Same. I thought the same. I was like, I would love to just be like, yoo-hoo. Hi.
We're here too. We're here to eat.
Maybe let's put that on our manifestation.
We would like some chimney cake as well, please.
Yeah.
What else is that? Stews?
Lots of stews
in Hungary.
Like strudely kind of thing.
Have you had chimney cake before?
No.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah. I wouldn't mind trying it.
Yeah.
Maybe there's somewhere in Melbourne we can get some.
I'm pretty sure there's this dish, a Bulgarian dish, which is like my vibe. It's like fried cheese.
Oh, yum.
Yeah. Two of the best things in life, fried and cheese.
Yummy.
That can go on our manifestation.
Yeah, all right, we'll pop that on.
And then I actually don't know if this came out a while ago, but I kept getting notifications for the F1 75 merch.
Yes.
drop.
Now, I saw you put this in the notes, and I did want to ask, where have you been?
I don't know.
That came out about 2 months ago.
But then what about that jacket? I hadn't seen that jacket before.
It launched at Selfridges about 2 months ago at the start of the summer season, and they did a big launch there. Oh, they had a whole collection.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And Lissy McIntosh was the face of it, and it was
Wow.
all plastered all over London. So I did see you put that in the notes, and I thought, where have you been, Pat?
Well, clearly not paying attention to that.
You missed a whole campaign.
I literally I missed a whole campaign. Wow, and I used to work in fashion too.
Yeah.
The jacket kept popping up on like all over my socials.
I think you're just getting ads for it now. You obviously watched one and you're getting retargeted, and that is Meta's little cheeky habit.
But I was thinking
it's
like
definitely
the jacket,
been out for a while.
Oh wow, okay. Well, I was thinking the jacket looked so much like the jacket from the F1, the Tommy Hilfiger F1
so it just launched before the movie came out. Yep.
Awkward.
And they had all the influencers there, and there was this big thing, and then
some of the,
and some of the things were like £800 and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, and so you could go into Selfridges and like everything in this like I wanted to say museum, but it's not a museum. Everything in this collection that was in like this little showroom thing that was in the window of Selfridges in London. It like you could buy, like there was helmets, there's a car, like everything, and it was expensive. Like nothing was cheap. I think you could have got like a hat or something like that, maybe for
£80.
Yeah, I don't think it was too cheap. I would love to know what their MOQs were for that.
Seriously.
But
gosh, some of their
sorry
stuff
about
was
sorry to shake
No,
down on
that's that's good to know. But also like Meta's working hard.
Yeah,
targeting me. Very hard.
But because they were like, hang on, this bitch didn't interact with us 2 months ago when we launched.
Yeah. And I was like, that jacket.
Yeah, I know. I did see you put that in our notes, and I was like, what is she on about?
What is she on about?
Anyway.
There's something that I didn't see. Well, on the topic of jackets, did you see the lovely jacket that Adidas made Kimi Antonelli?
I didn't. What was this?
Okay, so
was it part of the F175 merch drop?
It was not. Thankfully, it was much nicer than that. Adidas made like a really cute like high school bomber jacket for Kimi celebrating him finishing high school. It's got like 2025.
Oh, cute.
I know, and they did this full photo shoot of him. I was like,
so did they give one to his whole class? I hope so.
Oh, I don't know about that.
That would have been good if Adidas did that.
That would have been good. But they're not making money off that.
Well, they could have. They could have. Yeah, but it would have just been a nice little momentum, been like.
I think that's going to be like a collector's item as long as Kimi looks after it.
Yeah, well.
Doesn't thrash.
I doubt he's going to sell that one. Hey, before we get into the race weekend, I'd like to read some news headlines.
Okay.
Some very depressive news headlines.
Oh, okay. Go
on. This segment is called The Whole House is Depressed.
Oh, I saw this.
Piastri on qualifying. Bizarre and frustrating. Max Verstappen brands Red Bull undrivable in Hungary as he escapes practice penalty. I'm absolutely useless. Lewis Hamilton says Ferrari should replace him after qualifying 12th. No one will care when we're dead. Lando Norris on the F1 title battle. Charles Leclerc on shock Hungarian GP pole. I don't understand anything about F1 anymore. If that doesn't sum up probably the attitude of the whole Hungary Grand Prix race weekend, I don't know what does.
Yeah, why was everyone so flat? I mean,
they're flat because they're like, oh my God, we just want to get in the summer break. We haven't had enough breaks.
I know.
I'm sorry, you just had like 2 weeks off.
But I think that's almost more annoying. Like you'd rather a big chunk than all these like little drops.
Yeah, but they only get 3 weeks. It's only like 1 more week.
I know.
Like they get some decent breaks. Look, they work hard.
But they used to do like a 4 or 5 week break.
Yeah, like they work hard. I'm not going to discredit that at all. But they're still getting a giant break. And they did just also have another 2 week break in between.
And they can afford their breaks.
Yeah, exactly.
They can afford a private jet and not have to deal with like transit days.
I mean, we haven't discussed if we're taking a bit of a summer break. We might take half a summer break.
Half a summer
break because the whole F1 world is off. So there'll be nothing happening unless we get a trickle of news. But technically they're not supposed to give news because it's a full shutdown. It's a full shutdown. Anyway, so very depressed news headlines.
Come in like towards the end of the summer break.
So yeah, very depressed news headlines for this weekend. So let's get into the race.
Alrighty, Hungary Grand Prix, Monaco without walls.
Can't really overtake, and it all comes down to strategy.
It does. But I don't know if you saw, I was watching, I think, on one of the practice coverages. So I didn't realize that Hungary, they did a full reconstruction.
Yeah.
Didn't
they knock it down like right away and then just built it?
Literally on the Wednesday after last year's GP.
Yeah.
Knocked it down. 365 days later, it's ready.
Well, I got to say, I ran around Albert Park yesterday and there's this big kerfuffle with like they've had to remove some trees to allow for the new infrastructure. And it doesn't really look like anything's happening.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Australia's delayed.
No, but I think the plan was to happen after next year's GP.
Yeah, but they've already removed like the trees and everything like that. Because I know there's a lot of community members in the Albert Park region that are like, this is killing our environment, blah, blah, blah.
But don't you think that like if they'll probably plant some more trees and then
I don't know what their plan is.
Yeah. But from what the Sky News presenters, they were saying that they were really impressed with it, and they were like, it's so impressive that this has gone up so quickly and it looks so good. To be fair, I obviously haven't been to Hungary. I'd love to go. I haven't seen their building. I don't remember what it was like previously, but it looks really good, the pit lane building. And I'm assuming that's kind of what we're going to expect from AusGP. So
yeah, I mean, they've really got to bolster it up there. I mean, so half the building's missing at the moment. They've just sort of cleared it out, and you're like, how are you going to build this in 6 months? We've got like a massive building issue in Australia right now. Like nothing gets completed in time. So this is going to be, if this is
something that cannot be delayed.
We have a thing in Australia where if schools are getting rebuilt, you get like a fake motorhome put in for classrooms, like shipping containers.
No, what are they called? Portables.
Portables, yes.
That is a blast.
And you'd be like,
portables. We got portables.
My maths class is moved to the portables, into the portable region.
Yeah.
Like, yes. I just cannot see Australian.
But think about it, like,
because they have to also do, they're putting in an 11th pit.
Well, that's the big one. That's probably the one they have to start with. But think about like the Amex Lounge goes up.
Yeah.
And it's nothing. It goes up from ground zero. So if something we can do, because I think Harry the Hire did that, they do that well.
They do that well.
Worst case, if it's just dirt.
Did you know the infrastructure for the Amex Lounge going up took over 3 years worth of planning? There you go. Fun fact.
Makes sense.
Yeah. That in the paddock, that's the paddock entry for anyone that doesn't understand the Melbourne Grand Prix. You enter through the Amex Lounge. It's a different title sponsor every year, but I'm pretty sure it'll be Amex again next year. And it's 3 levels. Which is very impressive.
Levels. Last year, I think the last few years have been.
It's just been 2. Yeah. The 3rd level was a very private lounge. You couldn't go in unless you had like a premium Amex or whatever it is. I don't know. It's definitely above our pay bracket. But to have that infrastructure built, it took 3 years of planning.
Wow. Well, hope they work hard.
Photo here. There you go. You can see it. Oh, what did I just knock down?
I don't think you knocked it.
Oh, it was a bit of fluff. Anyway, back to the Hungary Grand Prix.
Yes, so I'm excited to see Melbourne pull that off as well. And then, okay, if we get into race, sorry, I'm off asleep. Practice. Free practice 1. Alonso hurt his back and wasn't racing. And then I felt really bad for him because the Sky News commentators were talking about the fact, basically making him out to be like a geriatric. Oh, he just turned 44 and it hurts. And then Jamie Chadwick is talking about the fact, she's like, I'm 27. Young. I'm 27 and my back hurts. Like, I can't imagine being so low to the ground. And so I feel like maybe she was trying to,
soften the burn, but it was not.
But it was just like digging a hole.
Yeah.
Digging a hole because it's like, well, not other drivers don't necessarily have pain. But then I didn't know this. So I completely forgot this. So I think he had something to do, like something in his back, a muscular pain in his back.
He pulled a muscle in his back,
Pulled a muscle in his back. And then they were talking about how Oscar Piastri last year had a broken rib or a fractured rib for like half a season. And I've never broken or fractured a rib, but I hear it's incredibly painful.
It's painful, but it's also something like it depends on where the fracture was, and where Oscar had fractured his rib, that's not going to stop him from being able to do what he did.
No.
Example, Tom fractured his rib when he came off his bike. And no one can because it doesn't really like I've done it before as well.
Really?
Yeah. It's fun. Like you might just like have it depends where it is.
But I do think as well pain is one of those things where pain's an interesting thing because like everyone experiences pain at a different level. You'd be very surprised. I pushed out a baby without any medication.
Ew.
So and you just get along, and I just feel like thinking about Oscar, he's probably the kind of person who would just be like, let me chug along and just deal with it. And I'm sure for Alonso, he was like, well, it's just free practice 1. And then it was nice because Drogovic got to have a drive as well.
It was nice to see Filip Drogovic out there. He is the reserve driver for Aston Martin. And look, I'd love to see him on the grid next year. And we might find out more about that in the silly season if Aston Martin is going to get rid of one of their drivers.
Well, I know then they were talking about Alonso and like, oh, is he coming towards the end of his career? And then I was having this conversation with Peter, and Peter's like, no, Alonso's a G. Like he's mad. He's so strong, blah, 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 blah. Like
I think the only way Alonso would finish up is if it was his decision.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
He looks good with the moustache this weekend.
Yeah, no, he did.
I mean, you sort of gave us a little debrief on depressing notes about quali.
Yes.
I was obviously very excited because Charles got pole. He was also very excited.
I think he was more shocked. I mean, that's why he said he doesn't understand F1 anymore because prior to qualifying, Charles was like, there is no hope for Ferrari this weekend. We're not good on this track. Also, and so he just shut it down.
He said it's one of his least favourite tracks.
Yeah. I think everyone was.
People
surprised.
Aren't fans of Hungary, I don't think. I mean,
is Max Verstappen's dominance era fully over? He started P8th.
I know. And he was complaining the entire time.
Standard. There's nothing new about that.
Gabriel Bortoleto out-qualified him.
Yeah.
Like, need I say more? Mic drop. But I'm not going to because it's going to make noise.
I dropped it. That's fine. But yeah, so then we moved into the race and Charles Leclerc, he led it for 50 laps.
Charles was doing fantastic. I was like, yes, Ferrari, you are performing. He had like quite a bit of distance between him and Oscar. I'm not wearing this. I'm wearing this because I had it out on my counter, on my chest of drawers. This isn't for Ferrari. This is because it's cold, and this is a warm and very comfortable jumper by Principal the Label Elsbrad. I pulled out my Ferrari jacket last night. I have it hanging.
I will
take a photo and put it on our socials.
Bad omen.
No, because remember the other day we were like, I didn't wear it during OzGP, and like here we are. So I was like, well, let me change it up and pull it out. I'm gonna wear it, and I was thinking I was gonna be here.
Bad omen.
And anyway, so here we are. I'm not wearing it. Oh, Ferrari's strategy, ma che cazzo hai fatto? Like, I'm not happy.
The whole weekend was like that though for Lewis and Charles. Like
schmozzle.
It was a schmozzle for everyone as well, and. You know, Charles was leading and then he just completely dropped off. His car was not performing.
They fucked the strategy.
He couldn't keep up his pace.
McLaren played with them, was like, oh, box.
But also McLaren prioritised Lando Norris.
They did.
For sure. They did say, though, that, you know, they went off those pace results and Oscar's tyres were just causing too much degradation. They couldn't have kept up. But Oscar got so close, and this is that they've shut down the rumours on this, but I believe that McLaren is trying to keep the distance between points of Oscar and Lando as close as possible, so that they don't look like they're prioritising one driver over the other.
I was thinking about it on the drive here this morning. When I was doing my makeup, I was so caught up in my head, and because I initially started watching the race with Peter's dad, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to watch it on my phone. And he was like, go, Oscar. I was like, no, like I want Charles to win because, you know, he needs to win. I was so caught up about Ferrari that then I just it sort of didn't hit me until afterwards. And I was like, this is really frustrating. And I thought the exact same thing. They are keeping a small gap, and I'm pissed off about that. I'm pissed off that Zach Brown is like, it's going to be down to the wire in Abu Dhabi. Like, they were talking about at the beginning of the race. Like,
feels too planned, doesn't it?
It feels too planned. And they were talking about at the beginning of the race how, you know, so I can't remember exactly what the points was, but had Oscar won, he would be going into the summer break with, I think, like a 27-point lead. I can't remember if that's the number. And if he didn't win, he would go into the summer break with like a 9-point lead, and they were like, he will feel much better and much more relaxed on his summer break if there's like a bigger point difference, obviously. And it's just frustrating. And I think I don't know, it's probably, now I'm thinking, cogs are turning in my head. I'm like, is it just like a marketing technique because they want more fans and like more people watching and being like, oh my God, this is so exciting.
I'm sure there's something involved in that.
Frustrating.
I mean, but it was iconic that it was their 200th win as a team. And they also got the fastest pit stop of the weekend, 1.9. Fastest pit stop of the year.
Wow.
Sorry, not the weekend. Yeah, so they hit some milestones, but I definitely think something's going on in the McLaren garage.
Yeah,
not the McLaren garage, the McLaren head office.
Yeah, I'm very frustrated. And the fact that like Lando was able to make his tyres last, they were like, come on, Lando. Look, I think the thing as well was that Lando obviously
well,
qualified.
their driving wasn't drastically different.
Well, no, but I think the one thing that kind of set it apart was Lando had qualified third, and then he really butchered his start and ended up fifth. And he was fifth for a while, and then he managed to get into fourth. And I think it was one of those situations where they were like, well, you're already here, like you may as well take a risk, and it's paid off. And because then they had his engineer on the radio saying, can you hold off? I think they were like, can you hold on to your tyres until like lap 40? And he was like, yeah, I can make this work. So, yeah, they did a one-stop, then Oscar did a two-stop, Charles did a two-stop, which was fucking
And
butchered.
there also wasn't room for them to double stack Oscar and Lando for their pit stop strategy, which makes sense, but
they favoured Lando. They favoured Lando.
They favoured it just screamed that, and everything that we're hearing. I mean, look, I just want one of them to win world champion. But I obviously want Oscar to win.
I mean, one of them will win.
Yeah.
And so we want that one to be Oscar.
Yeah.
You're tired.
I'm tired. Yeah. Okay. All right. I reckon we need to move into random moment of the week.
I don't have one. Do you have one?
Yes. I'm so glad you don't have this.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Did you see who was
Who was there?
Did you see Hide the Pain Harold?
Say who?
You know this guy?
Yeah. Is that what it's called? Hide the Pain Harold?
Yeah. So this is Harold, and we'll put this up on the screen. Figure. Harold is a meme. You would have seen Harold everywhere as a meme. He used to be an engineer, a Hungarian engineer, and then he retired and he became a stock photo model.
I mean, I've seen that photo a million times.
He was at the track. He was at the grid, and all like the drivers, like Isaac Hajar was like, It's the meme guy. It's the meme guy. And Alonso's like,
send me one of these videos.
He's like, can we get a photo?
So he was an engineer. Like, show me again his face. I mean, I know this.
Look, I don't know what sort of engineer he was. And anyway, he's called Hide the Pain Harold because he just looks like he's always in pain.
His name, but it's always the one where it's like,
yeah. It's like, everything's okay.
Everything's okay.
We haven't hit rock bottom yet.
That's a good one for Ferrari.
Yeah. So he was there, and that was my random moment of the week because it made me really excited that all the drivers got so excited being like, oh my God, it's a meme. It's a meme. That's probably why I was like getting distracted with the TV this morning because I was looking at all the memes of them getting excited. And then I looked up and I was like, wait, Daniel Ricciardo? What? Anyway.
Daniel Ricciardo. You can go to our socials and see that.
R.I.P.
Did I not tell you? When you were like, oh, I think he looks okay. Does he look okay?
No, he doesn't look okay. Yeah. He doesn't look okay there. Now, red flag, green flag of the week. What's been happening?
So my red flag, we've just had some like really shitty news with like a family friend, and I'm not going to get into it, but that's just been really shit, and I think it kind of like puts things into perspective where like all these other little shit things happen, and it's really not that important because life is so precious.
It is.
And then my green flag is yesterday we went and did that lightscape thing. There's like a light installation thing at the Botanical Gardens. We went with the mush. It was really funny because he just had like a straight face. He was looking at the lights. He's like,
I do not care about this.
And Peter was like, oh my God, he's like me. He's just like, no fucks. Like we had to take him out of the pram, and then he was kind of a bit happier, and he was like, oh. If you can, I mean, it finishes this week. So if you want to go, you've got a week to go. If you want to go to a later session especially the mush, he goes to sleep late. So we were like, we should have gone to a later session because the kids were annoying everywhere, but that's fine. But it was really cute. It was actually really sweet. There was really nice music that would go with the installations and a nice little winter activity for in Melbourne. What about you?
Green flag. Ooh.
No, you should do red flag first because then you finish on a high.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Red flag. You know what my red flag is? Is a client really pissed me off and I've dropped them, which makes it a good green flag because I was like, we shouldn't be putting up with shit. And I was like, this client's trying to like take advantage of me. And that really just like irked me. It just goes to show that like they just care about their own money, not paying you, and that they don't care how they treat you. So that really pissed me off, and I was kind of like got some fire in my belly. But my green flag is had an amazing day with Cupra earlier this week, launching the new Tarama. And then earlier this week, last week, well, it's last week now. And then also
Tuesday.
yesterday was just like epic weather. In
it
winter, it was 18 degrees and sunny. Ran a 10K, got home, was bored, so went to the gym and did weights. Now I'm really sore, and that's also part of the reason why I couldn't stay up last night, because I was just like, oh my God. So it was just really nice. And yeah, had a great family dinner last night as well.
Love that.
Just like little nice things.
Yeah.
And we also did our wedding menu tasting. I got lots of green flags this week.
Yeah.
So we went to our wedding venue on Wednesday night,
You
and
haven't told me about how it was.
well, I'm telling you now.
Yeah. Go on.
I'm telling you now.
Off you go.
Maybe I save things for the podcast.
Yeah.
It was really nice. Like they did two sessions, and Atlantic Group, it's like whoever has they've got multiple venues, so they just invite you in. It just happened to be at the venue where I'm getting married, and you sit down on your own table pretty much. And so there was some tables it was just a couple. Our table, we had the biggest one because we brought both our parents.
Yeah.
So no one else did that. And we were like, oh, like some people brought just like one parent or one friend. I was like, wow, we really went all out. Yeah. And Mum got really drunk because she decided to try all the wines. Mum doesn't drink. She might have like a glass of rosé or white wine and then watered down. So it was very funny. And yeah, we just ate so much food.
What was the standout?
Ooh, there was a lot of different things. I loved the barramundi. No one else really did, but I think it was the sauce, and there were some really great desserts and things like that as well. But everything we were served, we didn't pick. We picked off a different menu.
Right.
We were just like, no, we want this. And there was so much food. Like they brought out, I think it was 4 different entrees, 4 different mains, and 4 different desserts. So you just had like a little taste of everything.
Did they bring out their bark?
Oh, you bet.
Oh.
Yep. I'm going to somehow have to weave that in. If you've been to Atlantic dining in Melbourne, our Crown, or like any other Atlantic venue, they do this most amazing chocolate caramel
bark.
Oh.
It's like salted caramel, like covered in chocolate, and it's like a bark.
Yeah, I finished the pack up before we got downstairs.
Yeah.
It was delicious. But yeah, that was my red flag, green flag.
Love. Well, we got summer break now.
I know. We might be taking a little 2-week break-a-rooney.
We'll be doing some emergency eps, and obviously we will be all across our socials. So if you want to keep up, follow our social.
All right. We'll chat to you later.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you like, subscribe, all the above.
Bye.
Bye.